Shao Kahn's gavel slams down, Jax's cybernetic arms are ripped off. Cole Young's face hits the stone floor. In the first 10 minutes of the tournament, 3 Earthrealm champions are dead. And I'm not talking about the video game. I'm talking about the 2026 sequel that dares to kill off its returning hero in the first round. Mortal Kombat II doesn't just raise the stakes, it throws them into a meat grinder and asks who's still standing when the fatality count hits double digits. Today, we're ranking every fighter, not by who's coolest, but by who actually brought the pain. Spoiler: the washed-up action star outlasts the Shaolin monk. Before we dive into the carnage, let's set the table. Mortal Kombat II, directed by Simon McQuoid and released May 8, 2026, is the direct sequel to the 2021 reboot. It's a martial arts dark fantasy, not a horror movie, not a crime drama. The plot: Earthrealm's champions, led by Lord Raiden, are forced into an interdimensional tournament against Outworld's emperor, Shao Kahn. The rules: win 10 consecutive rounds, or your realm is conquered. But here's the twist: Shao Kahn cheats. He resurrects dead warriors, employs a necromancer named Quan Chi, and turns the tournament into a slaughterhouse. Our returning heroes, Cole Young, Sonya Blade, Liu Kang, and Jax, are joined by a new face, Johnny Cage, a washed-up action star who thinks he's above all this. By the end, 4 of them are dead. 1 is Queen of Edenia, and the fate of Earthrealm hangs on a single, brutal one-on-one. This ranking isn't about who has the best special move. It's about who delivered when the screen turned black and the announcer yelled, "Finish him!" Let's start at the bottom and work our way up to the true champion. Number 10. Baraka. The Tarkatan warrior is an Earthrealm ally, but he's basically a glorified extra. He gets 2 solid blade attacks in the tournament's opening brawl, then vanishes until the final montage. No kills, no impact. A footnote. Number 9. Jax Briggs. He returns with cybernetic arms and a chip on his shoulder. He takes out a few Outworld grunts, but in his only one-on-one with Shao Kahn, he lasts about 30 seconds. His arms are ripped off and he's dead before the first commercial break. A tragic waste of potential. Number 8. Cole Young, the returning protagonist from the 2021 film. He fights bravely against Shang Tsung's minions, but in the tournament's second round, Shao Kahn crushes his skull with a single hammer blow. Cole dies to establish the villain's threat level. It's effective, but it means he contributes nothing to the final battle. Number 7. Sonya Blade. She's the tactical heart of the team. She frees Kitana from prison and lands several hits on Shao Kahn in the final round, but she's knocked unconscious by a single backhand. She doesn't get the finishing blow, a solid supporting performance, but not a champion. Number 6. Kung Lao. He's resurrected by Shao Kahn as a mindless puppet. He fights Liu Kang in a heartbreaking mirror match. Liu Kang refuses to kill his friend and sacrifices himself instead. Kung Lao's role is tragic, but he's a pawn, not a player. Number 5. Bihan, Sub-Zero, Noob Saibot. He's corrupted by Quan Chi and becomes Noob Saibot, a shadowy wraith. He fights Johnny, Kano, Hanzo, and Jade simultaneously and holds his own for several minutes. He's eventually defeated, but he takes 4 fighters to bring down. That's respect. Number 4. Liu Kang. The Shaolin monk is Earthrealm's spiritual leader. He defeats multiple Outworld warriors in the tournament, but his defining moment is refusing to kill his resurrected friend Kung Lao. He lets himself be consumed by fire instead. It's a noble sacrifice, but it means he doesn't survive to fight Shao Kahn, a martyr, not a victor. Number 3. Lord Raiden. The Thunder God is weakened at the start, but when his amulet is destroyed, his full power returns. He zaps Shang Tsung into dust and provides the lightning that enables Kitana's final strike. He's the MVP of support, but he doesn't land the killing blow on the main villain. Number 2. Shao Kahn. The Emperor wins the tournament fair and square. He kills Jax, Cole, and nearly everyone else. He's an unstoppable force, until Kitana makes him mortal. Once he loses his immortality, he's still a massive brute, but he's killable. He dies by Kitana's blade, a terrifying villain, but not the last one standing. Number 1. Kitana. She starts as Shao Kahn's loyal princess, but she defects after seeing his cruelty. She frees herself, allies with Earthrealm, and in the final one-on-one, she faces Shao Kahn when he's mortal. She uses her fan blades, her agility, and Raiden's lightning to decapitate him. She then becomes Queen of Edenia. She's the only character who defeats the main villain in single combat. She is, without question, the champion of Mortal Kombat II. Now let's talk about what this ranking really means. Mortal Kombat 2 isn't just a tournament movie. It's a meditation on sacrifice and legacy. Every character who dies does so to elevate someone else. Cole Young's death isn't just shock value, it's a narrative handoff. The 2021 film set him up as the audience surrogate, but here, the torch passes to Johnny Cage and Kitana. Cole's death signals that no one is safe and that the old guard must make way for new heroes. Liu Kang's sacrifice is even more pointed. He chooses death over killing his friend. It's a Buddhist-inflected moment that elevates the film's themes of compassion and non-attachment. But it also leaves Earthrealm without its chosen champion. That void is filled by Kitana, a character who starts as an antagonist and ends as a queen. Her arc is the most complete. She goes from loyal daughter to traitor to liberator. She doesn't just win the fight, she wins the moral argument. Shao Kahn's rule is based on fear and conquest. Kitana's rule is based on freedom and choice. The film's final shot is her coronation, and it's a quiet triumph after all the bloodshed. The symbolism of the amulet is also crucial. Raiden's amulet represents his connection to the elder gods. When it's destroyed, he loses his power, but he also gains freedom from their constraints. He's no longer bound by divine rules. He can act on instinct. That's when he becomes truly effective. It's a subtle commentary on the idea that true power comes from within, not from external validation. And then there's Johnny Cage. He's the comic relief, but he's also the film's heart. His powers don't unlock until the final act. He gets a green energy glow that lets him fight on par with supernatural beings. His arc is about embracing his own potential. He starts as a joke, but he ends as a warrior. He doesn't get the final kill, but he proves that even a washed-up actor can be a hero. That's the film's ultimate message. Anyone can rise to the occasion as long as they're willing to fight. If you blinked, you missed these. First, when Johnny Cage is first recruited, he's watching his own movie on a TV. The movie is Citizen Cage, a fictional film from the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. It's a deep-cut Easter egg that only hardcore fans will catch. Second, during the tournament, the announcer's voice is actually the same voice actor from the 1992 arcade game. It's a subtle audio cue that rewards attentive viewers. Third, when Kitana kills Shao Kahn, the camera lingers on his face for a split second. If you look closely, his eyes flash purple before he dies, a nod to the fact that Quan Chi had been manipulating him all along. Fourth, in the final scene, Kano captures Quan Chi. But look at Quan Chi's hands. He's holding a small black orb. That's a soul stone, which sets up the resurrection plot for the next film. And fifth, during the fight between Johnny and Bi-Han, there's a moment where Johnny says, "You're not even the best Sub-Zero I've faced." It's a reference to the 2021 film where Cole Young fought Sub-Zero. It's a small line, but it ties the two movies together and shows that Johnny has done his homework. These details aren't just fan service. They're world building. They make the movie feel lived in and connected to a larger mythology. Mortal Kombat 2 earns a solid 8 out of 10 from me. It's a brutal, fast-paced tournament movie that doesn't waste time. The fight choreography is top tier, the kills are creative, and the character arcs, especially Kitana's and Johnny Cage's, are surprisingly emotional. The film's biggest weakness is that it kills off too many characters too quickly. Cole Young, Jax, and Liu Kang all die before the halfway point, and while it raises the stakes, it also leaves the Earthrealm team feeling thin. Sonya and Baraka are underused, and the final battle relies heavily on Kitana carrying the weight. But when she does, she soars. The visual effects are stunning, the score by Benjamin Wallfish is thunderous, and Carl Urban's Johnny Cage is the perfect blend of arrogance and vulnerability. Who should watch this? Fans of the 2021 film will love the escalation. Martial arts enthusiasts will appreciate the practical stunts. And anyone who enjoys a good underdog story will root for Kitana. Who should skip it? If you're squeamish about graphic violence, this is not for you. The fatalities are brutal and unflinching. Also, if you're expecting a faithful adaptation of the video game story, you'll be disappointed. The film takes liberties. Kung Lao's resurrection, Cole's death, Kitana's coronation, all are original to the movie. But if you can accept it as its own thing, it's a blast. Final verdict: a worthy sequel that improves on the original in every way. The tournament is savage, the winners are surprising, and the door is wide open for a third film. If you enjoyed this ranking, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the year's biggest action films. I'm already working on a breakdown of the rumored Mortal Kombat 3 script leaks. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. In the meantime, drop a comment. Who do you think should be the main villain in the next movie? Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, or should they finally bring in Onaga? Let me know, and remember, in Mortal Kombat, there is no second place. Only fatality. I'm your host, and I'll see you in the next round.